Welcome back to the PlugHouse podcast. I am your host, Mike Petterock, and as always, I got my dog Train with me.
Chugga, choo, choo. What it do, boy?
And we got the Fairview boys in the house, the OG Fairview boys.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, Byrd and Ish.
What's up with it? What's up
OG
with it?
Fairview. That's what I told.
Way back.
Yeah. I told.
I reach you now.
I told Braden earlier. I said because he's a big fan of Fairview Huna. I was like, I got the OG Fairview guys coming here, the ones who put the footwork in, the ones that. As far as I know, you and your brother were the first ones to put Fairview in front of their name.
Yeah. Something like that.
That's what I figured. This podcast is sponsored by Magic Media. You can hit them up on @theglamorbard on TikTok and Instagram. GLAUMARBARD. So what's up, Train?
Man, I tell you, boy, this 9 to 5 stuff. I need to start working for myself, man. Somebody I know need to invent something right now.
I started working in town and I'm not disclose how much money I'm making, but they're like, "Oh, this is good money." And I'm like, "This is not half the amount of money I've been making on the slope. This is what you guys call good money." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on around here?"
Welcome to normal people shit.
Yeah, and then it's an hour drive to work and then back home every day.
No, sir.
I just bought a beater just so I could
just
to keep the miles off the Camaro.
Oh my
God.
Motherfucker.
For sure. Motherfucker.
So you guys just dropped that View Babies?
Yep.
Not even a couple days ago, right?
26.
26.
Yep. Did you bump that yet?
No.
You didn't do your homework?
No, man. You know I don't do homework.
Yeah, to get your boy here.
I've been stuck on the Warrior.
Let me tell you, it's a good project.
And the stepper. What you mean? You better follow the rules.
Now, when I get a new project, I'll pop it in, listen to beginning to end. I don't like to jump around because I believe in the old album to where you pop it in, you listen to the whole thing because it sets the tone for everything. Right. You don't go in there and just pick, he just dropped this single, so let me skip to number 5 first. No, because you can't go back after you do that. Yeah, when you get a brand new album, you pop it in just like a movie and let it play out. And the whole thing rides. Before I didn't realize there was only 7 tracks until View Babies played again. I'm like, I thought I already heard this. So even though it's short, that works to your guys' advantage because it left me wanting more. So I'm already waiting for whatever you guys got next.
Yeah, that was kind of like the concept of it. Like, just because, like now it's 2024, so people's attention spans is like...
It's short.
So, you know what I'm saying? Want to get it, keep it short and to the point.
And they all slap. My favorite was Who I Do It For and Reason. Now, because I followed you from last time before you went in.
Yeah. And
you were knocking out those overtime 1, 2, 3, just knocking out those projects. And when I heard this Reason, and I'm like, what is his upbringing? What music did he listen to influence him to make a hook like this? Because if I found that beat and try to make a hook, I wouldn't come up with something like that. Nor was that anything what you used to make. So it clearly showed that your ability with your writing and your concepts of music has grown so much that I'm like, I can't figure out how you even made that hook. It fits so perfectly on that beat.
Man, I don't know what the fuck I was doing for real when I made that hook. It was like 6 in the morning, and I was riding to that shit, and then I just hit Byrd up. It's like, man, I got a hook. You know, it's a good song when you could do a hook and then you do the verse like back to back. So I was like, yeah, I got a hook in the verse, bro. And he was like, all right, we're going to record it today. And I recorded that shit, and he came through, and he did his verse, and that's what it was. It was just magic.
And I see you guys pretty much evenly split this whole project here. Do you pick beats on your own and write a hook, and then you just give it to him, and he fills it in,
most
vice
definitely.
versa?
We both go back and back, you know what I mean?
The balance between the whole project. I was like, this is good. I like that you guys really didn't oversaturate with a bunch of features.
Yeah, nah.
That was the whole point of it. Just me and him, really mostly just for real. It was supposed to be no features. You feel me? But the homie, you know what I mean? He ended up coming through one day and getting on another song, so it just happened like that. But we got, you know what I'm saying? We got some shit in the work though, for sure.
And for those that are listening and don't know who these gentlemen are, they a lot of people rap like they rap, but they don't come from what they rap about. And these guys do come from every bit of every song they come out with.
Tell your old stories.
And the majority of other people will just talk about the glamour and the glitz and the chains and the cars and the hoes and the money. But these guys here will talk about some of that heartbreak that come with that.
Like that's cool, right? You know what I'm saying? To talk about that, don't get it wrong. Like, it's always great to talk about stuff like that. But when I want somebody to listen to my music, like I want them to feel like how I feel like when I listen to like Pac or Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's who, you know what I'm saying? Like you can feel when you feel it more, you're gonna want to listen to it more. Cause some days there might be some days like, man, I ain't feeling this shit right. Let me bump this real fast, man. That's how I'm feeling. And I mean that's how I be, you know what I'm saying?
And that shit ain't real life, man.
Yeah.
It ain't real life. Every day ain't gonna be like that, you know what I mean? So you gotta get on the other side of it. Shit. We done been through the mud, man, so that's what you get.
I know when I listen to that shit, I'll be like, oh, I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
And then when the Over the Stove come on, it gave me that piss face because that motherfucker hit the trunk pretty fucking hard.
And that's the song that the homie had got on. Like we wasn't even planning on putting that on a tape, but when we did that song and then we did the video for it, it just came out to like man, we gotta put that shit on the tape.
For sure.
We gotta put that on the tape.
I just saw that little skit with the postman.
Yeah.
What is that for?
That's for the intro, View Babies.
Okay, okay. I was like, there's got to be more to this. It was a little funny. It was funny.
Yeah, that's on the way soon for sure.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, we got some shit actually, you know what I'm saying, in the works, you know what I'm saying, a few more videos and Train was present to one of them, you know what I'm saying? So
good.
Bro, that shit was lit, bro.
So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
good.
Yeah, we got some shit in the works.
Actually for your favorite one.
For sure. For your favorite
Oh, really?
one.
Yeah, that's the one we did.
I saw an interview once that somebody had asked 50 Cent that if you were a brand new artist coming out in today's era, what would you do? He said every single thing I'd put out would have visuals, no matter what it was. And that always stuck with me. And you guys got seven songs, so you guys could really knock all these out.
It pretty much is already.
The whole project just it flows. I was pretty surprised, especially from the last projects you put out 9 years ago.
Yeah.
To I don't know where you recording these days.
Shit, man. We got our own. We got our own little studio. You know what I'm saying?
Are they mixing it too?
We sent it out of town to get.
Well, whoever's doing it, rock with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the sound, it's just crispy. It's fresh. I like it. It's the growth
and not
for me.
not to you know what I'm saying, not to salt on nobody in town for the mixing, but just like when we going out of town to get our shit mixed, and it just gives it a different sound. Like everybody's getting their shit mixed up. That's
true.
And not to say that everybody's shit sounds the same, but our shit's gonna sound different than everybody else's shit because the motherfucker that's mixing our shit, he ain't from out here.
Yeah. You can't get this sound in town. Yep. You're gonna have to bump that.
Oh yeah, you ain't telling me nothing. Matter of fact, let me just.
Yeah, might as well go and get that View Babies. So did you guys have any more songs that you did that didn't make the tape, or did you just record these 7 songs and be like, this is it?
We ain't gonna say that it didn't make the tape. We just got some other shit in the works.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna spoil it too much, but some shit about to start dropping, and we got we got some shit in the vault that's, it's about to keep coming. It ain't just no tape and that's it. You know what I mean?
I know the speed that Ish keeps up with, so I'm on my seat like, okay, I know it's about to something's about to change in the city.
It's about to change
quick.
For sure. We about to turn this motherfucker up for sure.
When we had Fairview Huna down here, he said something like, I wasn't know if it was you or somebody else had reached out to him, and you guys wanted to feature or something like that. He didn't know.
Nigga tried to charge me,
first.
Man. Yeah, he tried to charge me.
He apologized. He didn't make the connection to who you were then. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Nah, that's,
because he had hit me and shit, and he told me, he was like, man, my bad, bro. I didn't know Ish like that because I knew him a little bit more. You feel me? So he tapped in with me.
They're almost 10 years younger than you guys?
Shit, yeah. Who like, yeah.
He just turned 21.
I mean,
he for sure 10 years younger than
for
me.
Sure. Yeah.
They was young.
Little kids.
You did. They was young kids. You feel me?
I went to jail. Them niggas was like in middle school.
Yeah. So
7th grade.
We get out. All these niggas is older. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
They 20, 21, 19 and shit. So it's just getting to see what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like the music scene over the last 10 or 15 years will change every 5 years. Like, how many people did you when you guys got out were still out here doing it that were doing it when you went in?
Not a
It
lot.
changed a lot.
Like right when I right before I had went in, you know what I'm saying? Like, see when he went in a year before me. And right when I went in, Duck was just getting out.
Okay.
And so like right when I got out, right when I was on my way in, Duck just came out with that drill.
Yep. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit was like, man, he ain't dropped that shit because when I was still out, he was in a halfway house, and that's when I went to jail. But Duck had just came out with that drill. So right now, when I come home, Duck is like really the only one that's still
going.
out.
Still
Full
going.
throttle,
Full
just
full
with it
fucking
on the
throttle,
gas.
going crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
see, when I left, it was like Muldoon Manny and shit that was
Yeah.
out here going hard at the time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Shit like that. So the scene didn't change so much.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of young dudes that I ain't never seen or met or don't know nothing. You know what I mean?
I'm having to do more research now just because it's changed a lot.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
changed a
And
lot.
I understand it too because people are in it for as long as their own reasons.
Yeah.
Like we were saying earlier, they're in it for the fad or they're in for the little bit here now. And as soon as they got that, they're done. For me, I feel like I accomplished everything that I wanted to being a rapper. There's nothing more that Alaska really have to offer me, nor do I care about taking it further and going out of state. I just wanted to be respected in the city and state where I'm from for what I know how to do.
Yeah.
And so this is what I do now.
Yeah.
I use the I wouldn't call it clout, but the notoriety I got to shed light on more artists.
And you definitely got something good going on up over here, dude.
Yeah, I feel like we need this.
City definitely need this.
What are your studio pet peeves, Byrd?
Man, when motherfuckers come in the studio and the vibe be off, like they just throw the vibe off and just be like quiet.
The people that are already there?
Yeah, like, you know, like or people you working with. Like if you working with somebody and like
They're not locked in.
yeah, like you're not locked in or y'all ain't got no vibe, you come in here, it's like, but like I usually vibe with everybody, you know what I mean? I get in the studio, we working. And some people don't come ready to work. You know what I mean? When you don't come ready to work, that shit kind of throw me off. Like, it make me not want to work with you no more. You know what I mean? But I understand sometimes you go in there, ain't nothing flowing. You know, every time you go in the studio, you don't just write something every damn time.
Do you come prepared or do you come to the studio and then write?
Most of the time I come to the studio and write. But there's a lot of times that I done wrote hella shit in my phone or something. And I'll go back through it, and sometimes you just catch something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something you already got. You just
Yeah.
ain't put it down yet on nothing, you know what I mean? So it just kind of matter, you know what I'm saying?
What about you? Studio pet peeves.
Shit, basically kind of like the same shit, you know what I'm saying? Just that vibe got to be there. If that vibe ain't there, bro, like...
How many people you guys bring to the studio?
Shit, for real, we really ain't...
You just come by yourself. You don't need the
Like, I
10
mean,
homies and
nah,
5 females.
if you for real,
Some guys need that.
if you ain't for real, where we at right now with it in life, like we already done did that 10 years ago before we got locked up. Like everybody in the studio, niggas ain't doing nothing.
sure.
Niggas just
Party.
around.
Yeah, it's a
this
party
ain't no
every
party,
night,
bro.
you
Like,
know what I
we
mean?
really trying to get somewhere. So shit, nigga, we at work. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is business. Like you ain't about to be sitting out one or two homies you come through that don't rap. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but we ain't about to have 10 homies in the studio, bro, that don't rap. Like.
Just sitting around
Just
here.
sitting around, you want to hear unreleased music? Nah, we ain't about to do all that.
I think it's good to have maybe just 1 or 2 extra collective minds in the room for constructive criticism, maybe,
sure.
or input. But anything more than that, I feel like it's a distraction. You're taking away from the time that I'm spending money on this right now. You over here on a bullshit.
Like when we get up in that motherfucker, like with me, him, or the homie Hop, or even the little homie Savo that's on that over the stove. Like when we get up in there, it's just like it's a friendly competition. Like shit, like
Good.
you know what I'm saying. We gonna see who got the hardest verse. We don't have to say it, but I know like when I'm with him, like man, I know like shit. Okay, man. I gotta bring my A game. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say it with him, but me and Hop will say like, man, shit, I'm eating you on this motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like this shit.
Healthy
man,
competition.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
man, like man, motherfucker, I killed you on this verse. That's you know what I'm saying. That's what kind of
You ever feel like you got to rewrite your shit sometimes when your homie spit
I
his?
say it all the time. You know what I mean? I say it all the time. He'll do it too. He be like, bro, I ain't feeling my shit. But sometimes, like you said, you need that extra little voice to be like, bro, no, that shit hard. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you'll question your shit that you wrote. Be like, I could go harder. You know what I mean? But somebody else might be like, man, that shit was hard. You need to put that one on there. You know what I mean? And sometimes you need that too. You know what I mean? I would say that.
Do you think ad libs are always needed?
No, I don't do a lot of ad libs.
He don't. That's not.
I don't do a lot of ad libs.
That's not his thing.
Because I'll be like, sometimes that shit take away from it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's certain songs. Like, if you get something like that over the stove, it's a little up more pace, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might need some ad libs on that, but when you like actually spitting something, a lot of times ad libs kind of take away from that shit.
Let the beat breathe.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let it breathe a little bit. So
Yeah, that's good.
I need to have that real shit on mine.
yeah, that's a trademark though. You feel me? That's a trademark.
Real shit.
That's my
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think if you lock in on just a handful of ad libs, you don't need 10, 15 of them. You just need a couple.
That's it. That's it.
And
Yeah,
then,
I don't
your
go
signature.
crazy with it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like every bar, I'm about to just ad lib every bar. Like nah, you know what I'm saying? Certain little spots, you know what I'm saying, might pop it in here and there, but he ain't big on ad libs.
If it feels natural, it feels natural.
feels
If
natural,
not,
it
don't-
feels
don't
natural
force
for
it.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it comes to the mixtapes, do you think mixtape game is dead? Is it over? It was still kind of a thing.
I think it kind of is.
Dead?
Really, it's not dead, but it's dying, and it's more of like I've been telling him like I think it's better right now at the time. Like how 50, like you said, 50 said like drop a visual with everything. If you just keep dropping singles that's visuals, motherfuckers is on that more. Like if you think about when you go listen to people don't really even go listen to albums no more like that. They listening to the singles. They going on YouTube, Spotify, and just playing songs that they like. So really, you kind of almost wasting a whole bunch of songs. You put 15 songs on an album or a mixtape, and you put it on there. They only listening to a couple of them.
Do you think people are still using other people's beats?
For sure.
Shit, that's who I do it for. That's Rollo's beat.
I never heard it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
But you got it on the platforms, no problem.
no problem.
I'm gonna have to listen to it to see if there's any
You know what I always say, man? If we take your beat and you come hit us for some copyright shit or something, you know what I mean? I mean, we did something right.
That's absolutely.
That
You're
means y'all
absolutely
hearing
right.
it. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes you kind of need that too. The money might be on the back. I might have to scratch your back for that. You feel me?
Yeah,
But
yeah, no problem.
I didn't got something out of it though. You know what I mean? And shit, sometimes I gotta
that's
go
how
like
that works. I read something somewhere that like in order for somebody, say somebody famous, and you took their beat and you did something with it, got some traction with it, it would cost them at least $10,000 to take you to court. So if you didn't make more than $10,000, I wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they hit you up and then they heard it, then you did something right.
Yeah, you did something
Yeah,
right.
you did something right.
They trying to sue you? They know your name now.
Yeah, well,
Put me in the paper with you. Go ahead.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, publicity.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that record labels are still important?
Somewhat. I mean, but you know, like somewhat it is, but sometimes it's like, man, I want all my money myself. But I was watching this interview of Rick Ross, and he was just like, man, you know, independent route is good. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, but shit, you got to show me that money.
That's true.
I need that money.
Yeah.
Go figure the rest out on the back end, but shit, I need that money.
If you got a record deal, what would you need from them? Just distribution? I think that's what Duckman was talking about. He's like, I don't really need anything but distribution.
That's what you really need nowadays, really just distribution. Because as far as getting my shit out there, as long as you get a team together and know what you're doing, you can do that shit yourself nowadays. You really, actually, people, they only signing people that really got their own buzz nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, back in the
Lot of
day, they would
followers.
take somebody and build them up, you know what I mean, and get that shit going. And now it's kind of like they looking to see what you got going already.
I read a book when they said the first thing they cut out of record labels was the artist development.
Yeah,
the
see what I'm
A&Rs.
saying? So if you ain't developing yourself, and for real, it should already be like that. If you can't put the time and the money into your own self, then why the fuck should somebody else do it?
How do you guys feel about ghostwriting? I saw somebody in my newsfeed the other day saying they would love to ghostwrite. And I think that if I knew a plug to get in, I would send them up every song I ever wrote.
Shit, I mean, me personally, I mean,
Would you write for someone else?
absolutely. I for sure write for somebody else, but ain't nobody writing for me.
Okay.
I'll
Because
write
you're
for
just so
somebody
fluent
else.
in it.
Yeah, I'm so, like, I don't need no ghostwriter, but I mean, and you know what I'm saying, motherfucker need me to help them out with a couple of bars here and there, for sure, I'll write for somebody else, but as far as somebody else writing my own
Music.
they ain't good, because it's
They're not
like,
gonna tell your story.
they ain't gonna tell my story how I'm gonna tell my story.
I think more for like singers and stuff, they get more of a pass of that too.
For sure.
You know, ghostwriters, rappers, you gonna get nowadays in the
Crucified
age of
if you
it.
don't
Yeah,
write your own shit.
you gonna get crucified, and they got too much technology to find out what the fuck you been on. You know what I mean? Find out what's going on. You can't really hide that too much no more.
They're really reading the credits nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you gonna get motherfucker talk about, you know, you the hardest rapper, and then motherfucking
there's 10 people on this song.
Yeah, like
where they at?
Bro, like for real, you ain't even really doing that. Ain't even really your craft. You really like a real like you like an actor. You like an actor for real.
Yeah.
Somebody explained it to me that say if I was Lil Wayne and you were a new artist on Young Money and you wrote a hit. Yeah. And and we all agreed it was a hit. And we could put that out as your single. Yeah. Or you could give it to me, Lil Wayne, and it could go here. If you put it out, it'll only go here. But because I'm already established, you give it to me, we can get more money out of it. And I understand that concept, but I mean
I would do that. If I wrote something, but I would be on more like this. How about this, bro? I'm gonna get on the shit with you. You know what I mean? Like, you do the hook, you do this, but I'm gonna get on there with you, cause it's gonna give me the same lifting. I want to boost too. You know what I mean? I don't want to just if I'm doing music, I don't want to be in the background. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my shit out there too. This is my craft too. Yeah. I put my work in too.
I'll give it
you
to
feel
you,
me?
But let me feature on it.
Like, yeah, Wayne, you one of them niggas, but bro, I'm trying to be one of them niggas too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I got drive too, bro.
I wrote this song.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
you want it.
Shit, but yeah, would I sell some shit to somebody? Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? But if I got shit going, bro, I'm trying to get on this motherfucker too though. You feel me? We're gonna do what's best we're gonna always get the money. You feel me? We're gonna get the money, but let's figure out this way that we could do it so we both can, you know what I mean, get something out of it.
What do you guys think makes a good project? Like as a collective? What?
Just production, the beats for sure, the mixing, and the most important is, I say this go hand in hand. The person that's rapping and the person that's mixing, like, that's gonna make a perfect project. Like,
that's like GM and coach, huh?
You feel what I'm saying?
You don't think it's more along the lines of the collective of songs you got on there?
That sound. I mean, that plays a
the
part of it.
topics that you cover in the project.
I mean, you can have. I mean, all that's cool.
Production for sure.
If you that shit gonna be trash. If you gotta, nigga ain't gonna want to listen to that shit because it's just like, man, like,
it don't sound good.
It don't sound good.
You guys got a good sound right now.
I look at it like this. Look how many rappers rap and are hard. Think about how many people you heard and you like, man, this motherfucker hard. He can really spit. And where they at? It has to do with sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you had the quality of the music, if you upped your quality, a lot more people will listen to it. If you got trash quality, it's not gonna go nowhere.
It don't matter how hard it is.
Nah, you gotta be super hard for that motherfucker to be, because motherfucker don't want to listen to no. When you play your shit, if you go play Skilla Baby shit right now and his sound's up here, and then you play your shit next and that shit drop down and it sound all fucked up. Motherfucker don't even really want to listen to that.
You're out the playlist.
You know what I mean? Now a person that does music, they might listen to it and hear a little bit more out of it, but a person that's just a listener, they don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, it's gotta have that high level of quality.
Yeah, you got to get some type of quality.
It's got to blend in with the rest of the songs.
I know when somebody says that they like, oh, I just made this track, and I'll be like, okay, I'll listen to it, and it sounds like, I don't know, like it was mixed and mastered in the restroom at a restaurant or something, and like I could barely hear I could barely hear them, or they sound like they in the hallway, and I could barely hear the music behind. I don't want to listen to that.
You be getting that shit too in your inbox?
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's because motherfuckers don't be wanting to take that time. Like with this shit, if you really gonna do this shit, bro, you gotta know that this shit gonna cost a little money. You're gonna have to spend a little pay to, you know what I'm saying, to do certain things as far as like the videos. Like now, like, cause when I first came, before I went to jail, I'm paying like $200 a video. Like, we paying like damn near $1,000 a motherfucking video type shit. Hell yeah. So like,
the quality.
And we got 7 fucking songs, and we got a video to everything on that motherfucker except for two songs. You know what I'm saying? So like, you really got to be able to you gotta
invest some money behind you.
You definitely got to, because ain't nobody gonna put that money behind you unless you put that money behind yourself.
As soon as I get people sending me, you know, those audio clips or whatever in my inbox, and like, hey, listen to my little cousin, or listen to this, and as soon as that, like you said, the quality gets there,
I don't want to hear.
I don't even respond.
Because a nigga will be on some shit like, let's just shit like, okay, maybe nigga, maybe lyrically the nigga ain't all the way there, but nigga, whoever mixed that motherfucker, they did a good ass motherfucking job on that mix, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever mixed this motherfucker, they got this motherfucker sounding right.
Yeah. The song don't even have to be hard if the mixing's right.
If the mixing right, the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? The sound, for sure.
What do you guys say to the rappers who don't want to pay for beats?
You don't want to pay for beats. You don't want to invest in yourself.
You know?
What type of shit is that? Who opens a business? You a business,
And don't pay for
and
food?
you don't want to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't
You
want
want
to
to have a
pay for your
restaurant, but you don't
equipment.
want to buy food.
Yeah, like shit. You got a towing
it goes
company and
hand
can't
in
buy the
hand.
tow truck. Like, come on, bro. Like that don't even make sense.
If you guys had a show tonight, how many times you rehearsing your shit?
Shit, if I can get in there, I'll rehearse it. I'll rehearse it for a while. You know
No, I
what
mean like in the car. Like if you wake up in the morning and know you got a show tonight, how many times you rehearsing your shit that day?
I'm be doing that shit
All day.
All day.
All day. Get it tight.
all day. You got to do that because you know sometimes you get up there and you know your shit, and if you ain't been practicing it, and that's a song that you ain't been listening to every day, you might skip a beat on it. You know what I mean? It just it worked like that. So I would be in there all day doing it.
There was one time when I was in LME and I was one of the songs I was performing, I knew and I practiced it all fucking day, but Young Block was too hyped next to me, ad-libbing my shit for me, and him ad-libbing in my ear threw me off and I choked right there, and I knew it. I felt so fucking bad. When that happens to you, you just got to keep going.
You gotta keep going.
You gotta finally keep going.
Pick it up, boy.
You gotta
Keep
make
going.
it look like something. Shit.
What keeps you motivated to continue to make music even though you're not getting paid?
The love a nigga get, you know what I'm saying?
The feedback.
The feedback, and I just know that this is just the beginning of it, so I know that, you know, there's bigger things to come with it.
Be honest,
So,
bro. I've been doing this shit for so long that it's like it's just natural for me. You know what I mean? Like I wake up and I might just go straight to the studio, just normal. I've been doing it. Like this is just part of me now. You know what I mean? Music, regardless if I'm getting paid off of it or not, this is just what I like to do.
It's gonna take me longer. It's gonna take us. I'm gonna say we so far ahead. It's gonna take us longer to go back than to get to where we're going. If we turn around and go back, it's gonna take us longer to get back than for us just to stay down and keep going straight.
Pushing. Yeah.
How long did it take you to write a verse?
I can write a verse in 5 minutes if I'm
motherfucker.
feeling the shit. If I'm feeling the shit, you feel me? Like he know I'll come in the studio sometime. He be like, nigga, you already done? Hell yeah, I done wrote the whole hook and the verse and everything.
Vibe
You know
was
what I
there.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then sometimes, shit, you might take you a couple days to finish that motherfucker. You done wrote a part of it, like, damn, bro, I'm stuck. And you got to come back and finish that shit off. You know what I mean? It matters what type of vibe it is. You know what I mean? So just
Yeah,
going in the
there's been
studio.
times where somebody will be like, hey, come over and get on this song. And I get there and there's fucking 10 people in this one bedroom. And I'm just like, I can't write in here.
Yeah.
I can't.
The environment got to be right too.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
When you go
Yeah.
into the studios and the
Yeah.
and the vibe ain't right in there sometimes, or it's too much going
I
on.
can't lock in. I'm gonna have to write this outside in the car, or where I'm gonna have to come back another day when the space is there. But when you got 10 people in here being distractions, I can't lock in and give you the best I got.
It's not like you got 10 motherfuckers here. Okay, man, this the engineer. This the motherfucker that made the beat.
Oh, yeah.
This the motherfucker that we got a nigga recording for get some B-roll.
working.
You know, you got 10 niggas out of 10 niggas, you got 2 niggas working. Got the engineer and you got the beat maker.
Yeah, well, shit. And
I saw
everybody
this,
else just hanging out.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't like too many people hanging out. It's me, whoever else is on the song, and the producer.
Yeah.
I ain't
Or
gonna
the
lie.
engineer.
Usually it's just me and him in there.
Good.
I usually just call him, bro, let's go work.
Yep.
Or he called me, bro, I got something, let's go work.
And every time you'd be like, okay, I'm on the way.
And we both go knock each other shit out. That's why the vibe be so good. You feel me?
Yeah.
And we just go up in there every time, bro. And ain't no problems, no hiccups. We both gonna knock each other shit out, or we come
See,
up with
that
something
cuts
together.
out all that bullshit though,
Yeah.
because you already know. You know he coming with his A game, and he know you coming with your A game. He ain't.
that
You know
shit
you
about-
ain't calling them just for. I think I got something I want to try.
No,
You
for
know,
sure.
you calling because hey, I got this.
Yeah.
Even though it's our studio, shit, when we go up in that motherfucker, we treating that shit like
you're paying for it.
we paying for this shit.
Yeah. The business mind.
Like, yeah, we paying for this shit. We treating this motherfucker like we paying for shit. And that's how we ride.
Do you guys click your own buttons?
Yep.
Well, here, you guys are saving good money.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Only thing nigga got to do is We just sending that shit out. That's it. We just don't mix.
Yeah.
He could fuck around with the mixing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't, I'm not computer savvy with none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But
you got to be really smart to know exactly what you're doing, because I recorded myself for a really long time, and it got to a point where if I'm writing this song and then I have to record myself and I have to mix my own shit, I felt it got to a point where this is taking away from me as an artist.
Yeah.
Of what I'm trying to be an artist. Now I got to wear these other hats and do all this, and then my how much I produce coming out of the studio went down because I'm like, fuck, I got all these songs and I don't want to spend all this time and energy figuring out this stuff.
That's that
I don't
nigga's
know.
job, huh? His job is to mix.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
your job is to rap. This nigga's job is to make beats. So
Yeah.
everybody got a job, huh?
Yeah.
And the more jobs it seems like you try to do, the harder you got to work.
And the longer it's going to take for it to come about. I wrote my whole last project, and I just called Money and said, hey, block out 4 hours every day this week. Come knock the whole thing out. Yeah. And I don't have to worry about none of that shit.
See, but nowadays, you know what I mean? With back in the day, it was kind of like you had to keep dropping shit, mixtape.
Yeah.
To be relevant, like you had to keep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With like 15 songs or something on that motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
or more.
You had to keep dropping. Now, you really don't have to do that. You can get 15 songs and make 15 videos and put them out singly, and it's going to be like the same thing as dropping them tapes back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, you can drop something every week. Every week you dropping a song. Every week you dropping a song. Every week you dropping a song. And you done stretched your tape out for a couple months now. And you still working on new shit.
Yeah.
So you really could do it differently nowadays with this internet shit, you know what I mean? Because like when I was first started rapping, nigga, we passing out tapes, putting them on niggas' cars and shit outside, you know what I mean? Like that standing outside shit, passing out tape shit is a different era than I could just get on here and click something.
Yeah,
And
you ain't got
everybody
to
see
go
that
nowhere,
motherfucker.
ain't got to do nothing. Yeah.
You know?
I was going to ask if you guys were going to make tapes, actual physical copies of this.
probably not.
Really? Why not?
Just because everything is it's just
So
technology
digital?
now. Everything is like
How many cars even got CD players?
That's
True, but I still handed out some, and people last week I handed it to my homegirl, and she immediately turned to her teenagers, handed it to them, and they followed me in traffic just to stop me down. They put it right in there.
Yeah. See, I've been looking at shit like this. When I was growing up, think of how many tapes we got. The first thing a nigga did was got the tape and popped it in the car. Boom.
You know,
And
But
let that
then we don't
motherfucker
have CD
ride. You
players
feel me?
as-
See what's
as
going
much.
on.
You are
so it's
correct.
kind of like I give you a tape. Where they even playing it
Cause
at?
I'm gonna keep it real. My truck ain't got no CD player.
A lot of people don't. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't.
so
That's
like,
true.
Even at the house, who got a CD player? Motherfuckers don't got. They hooking their phones up to the
Yeah.
TVs and the
Wi-Fi
little speaker
and-
boxes that they
yeah.
got. You know what I mean? So the CD kind of like almost like you can make it if you want to just have some physical copies for the certain little people or old school people that do got shit like that. But
you can like with that. I mean, not to say it'll be a waste of time, but you can also just take that money that you're gonna do with that
With that,
with them CDs,
put it behind something
put
else.
it behind something else.
advertisements and
Advertisement, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
You guys are for or against paying for sponsorship or ad space?
I'm with everything of paying for anything that has to do with my craft.
You gotta pay to play.
That's right.
You gotta pay to play.
That was another question. Was when a rapper says they want free studio time?
Shit.
What?
You got to pay. You're paying for someone else's
Go buy you a
service.
studio then.
I mean,
Good
I
answer.
know
Well,
free
everybody
studio
says-
time, go buy your
everybody
studio.
says
buy your studio. We'll spend
the
$3,000-$4,000.
mixtape thing is dead, but I still like to hear. I still like if I like the way a nigga sound, I still like to hear that nigga over a Gucci Lemonade beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still because I like the way that nigga sound, and I love this beat, and the two things I love come together. Sound like
I don't think they do
fat
that
nigga
enough these
shit.
days.
Yeah.
You said,
I don't think they do it
I'll
enough.
still, you know what I'm saying? I'll still get up on motherfuckers' beats and you know, I mean, because that's what I grew up under. You know what I'm saying? Like
If you like
the,
it enough.
the Lil Wayne, no ceilings. you know, that shit. So
Yeah.
I grew up under that era. Like, you know what I'm saying? The newer generation, they really don't see that. But shit, I'll still get on. You know what I'm saying? Get on the motherfucker industry beat and do my thing.
because I be like, shit, 6.2 million people love this beat.
I saw this article recently where Nelly said that when I put out songs, I had to go against DMX, Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Ludacris. My era of music was the toughest era of hip hop ever. Do you agree with that?
In a way, But you
don't think it's the same toughness in today's era?
I mean, a lot of people are gonna think that in every era. Look at the era now; they gonna have motherfuckers that's making more money than they was. Some of them selling more albums than they was. So who's to say they not better? Who's to say that this generation? I'm an older dude too. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna agree with him, but this generation might not feel like that.
I feel like the other day I was just playing random music in my car, and Genuine Pony came on. That's 20, 30 years old.
Classic.
Great. But then the next song came on was Peephole by DaBaby.
Yeah.
Who's really playing that now? That was hot when it dropped. But a year later, where's the replay value on that?
There ain't.
There's not.
There ain't. And that's the difference between music now and then. They made more quality music. You know, the shit that really related to people more. That's what it is. I think this is more like fad rapping. I like people's fad rapping. That's what it more is. They following trends. Niggas ain't even really like what they rapping about. Like, a lot of that shit is going on now.
Like, yeah, because it's really not nowadays. It's really not too much artists. That's not. It's really not too much artists that's like fad rapping. Like you got Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? Versus Lil Pump. You feel what I'm saying? Kodak Black. You can still Kodak Black. He like a treacherous baby. Like he from the trenches. Like you can really feel what he gonna say. So you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just different. You know what I mean?
Do you guys follow any new rappers? Like get their projects, follow them like you did Lil Wayne 10 years ago?
Right now, I mean, sometimes that gotta be a hard ass album, bro. Like, but right now it's just like a song or two, maybe three. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like no Yo Gotti or
got a huge catalog,
like ESTG, somebody that I can really like, man. Yeah, I could ride out to this shit. You feel me?
What's the last album you guys downloaded or purchased?
Outside of Mine, Ducks.
Yep, Ducks. That was right here.
Yeah, his last one was pretty dope. That's another pop it in and let the whole thing ride. Don't skip through songs.
And it ain't but 10 songs.
Ain't but 10 songs. That definitely got some
He
play
got
in my
some
car.
slaps, man.
And it's different from the Off the Grid. Like, now don't get it twisted. That Off the Grid dope as shit.
Yeah,
But that
Black Mafia,
black Eskimo, that Black Soprano Eskimo, that shit
The
just
vibe on it is
that's
different,
just
huh?
different, bro. That's like some tailor made suit
You can
type
hear the
shit.
difference.
Yeah, now
hear the
the
difference,
Off the
man.
Grid, that's like the trap in the trap.
Yeah.
The one he just dropped, that's like on some tailor made type, suit and tie
that's
type
well
shit.
put.
I think all his features on there come from Benny the Butcher's camp. I think.
Nah, not all of
thought
them.
so.
But he got a lot of them on there though.
Yeah,
for sure.
he's definitely just continually growing and growing.
And just from seeing him, from knowing him since we was in elementary school, you know what I mean, and seeing him come all the way up, you know, it make a motherfucker smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we
when I
made
see
it.
yeah,
We
you
made
feel
it.
me? Like, yeah, because he stepped his game up. I done seen the evolution of that shit, man. And he making that shit look good for real.
Recently, Joyner Lucas made a post and said, so I have a legit question for any upcoming artist trying to be famous or make a living off music. Do y'all have a certain time limit to give yourself to actually make it before you quit, or are you just going to chase the dream until you're 60? I asked because I gave myself until the age of 28. If I didn't actually get rich by 28, then I would have quit. That's just me, though. To each their own.
Shit, look how old 2 Chainz was when 2 Chainz got on.
Damn near 40. And he had to reinvent himself.
Come on,
And
man.
you
Look,
know,
it's
he
Titty
asking
Boy.
a question of something like, you gotta look at like me and him. We just did 10 years in prison, so we missed all our 20s.
Yep.
We can't give ourselves to the age of 28. You know what I mean? You gonna tell me that if you really like this is what you do, this is your craft, this is what you do, you gonna tell me you just gonna stop doing it because you missed this part of your life?
You do it because you love it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't see a time limit. I can see now, like, if I'm like 40-something years old and I'm still trying to rap, it's probably not my shit. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say it's gonna stop me from rapping or making the music, but as far as trying to put it out and do all the extra shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I probably step back from trying to push the shit as much, but I don't mean I wouldn't be in there still making music.
Yeah. Reality gonna set
Yeah,
in.
you know what I mean? Yeah, for
I gotta have
sure.
a different purpose.
Yeah, I mean, this might not be what you supposed to be doing, you know what I mean? But that don't mean that you can't do it as a hobby or a craft. Like, this is what you like to do. Like, shit, this is what people do.
If somebody has never heard your music before, what 3 songs are you going to tell them to listen to get to know you better?
Damn. See what I'm saying? We got unreleased shit that I ain't really trying to put out there.
That don't count.
Yeah, don't count. It's got to already be out. So if they
out.
watch this, they can go look for it today. And so I know some of your stuff is in the street, so it's not on the internet. Some of your overtimes are on the Dat Piff or something, right?
Yep. Yeah, they all on Dat Piff. But I mean
that Piff gone now.
Yeah, that Piff gone.
I dropped some shit on Dat Piff back in the day, and that Piff is gone.
I'm gonna say View Babies. I'm gonna say that View Babies. I'm gonna say that Warrior. And I'm gonna have to throw that Big Step in there.
Those are 2 of the 3 I was gonna say.
I
was gonna say.
I would tell them go grab anything off that View Babies. That explain us just right.
Good answer.
You know what I mean? Go grab any 3 you want out that motherfucker, and you gonna get know us just as good.
I like that you throw a lot of Alaska in there.
Yeah,
the streets, the areas, people highly relate to that. I don't think enough artists do that.
Well, that's what we. How can you not? That's a
people
product.
don't.
That's a product of you. You know, a lot of people really look at Alaska kind of like they don't want to say they from Alaska. They got people that's from Alaska and they family be from Georgia, and they be like, I'm from Georgia. Nigga, you grew up here all your life. Nigga, I've been knowing you since elementary school. How the fuck you from Georgia? You know what I mean? You don't know no streets down there.
You don't know no streets, no nothing.
I don't know why motherfuckers be hiding from like
the truth, the reality.
This is what made us. So how the fuck you gonna run from it?
Kind of disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
I mean, I like. See, we was locked up in the feds, so they sent us all the way out to California. You know what I'm saying? So when you run into people, motherfuckers don't know what is Alaska. You know what I'm saying? They don't think that it's niggas in Alaska. They think we live in igloos and
craziness.
Have penguins as pets and all type of goofy shit, but they don't know. So shit, I like to. I mean, I enjoy enlightening motherfuckers. Like shit, nigga. Nah, that's not what this shit is.
Yeah, I never
get your motherfucking head bust up in this motherfucker.
Motherfuckers asking me, do they got 6 months of darkness and all type of shit, and do we ride on dog sleds and man, some crazy shit.
I think Barrel gets the 6 months of darkness straight.
And I tell them that, when I tell them that, I say, man, what about the 6 months? Man, listen, man, that shit. I ain't never been up to none of them places that they show on that TV.
Never seen it.
Never seen it before.
None of them spots,
I'm a
most
city
of us
boy.
haven't. Shit.
Yeah.
Most of us haven't seen no shit like that. You talking about some National Geographic shit that you trying to tell us? I used to tell motherfuckers that too, like, but that's like me telling you California niggas that's one of these places that they show us on TV for California that y'all ain't never seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Way out
or
the way.
That every place
like,
is Compton.
where you think like you don't know they got like bears and resorts and shit out there that they can go hiking and mountain climb. You know, they got all type of shit too, empty spaces, but they just don't talk about them and show them like that. I'm like, that's like me saying, asking y'all what's out there. That's what y'all asking us.
Y'all don't know.
Yeah, y'all don't know shit. That's
y'all
like the country shit. Like
y'all
we don't
hunt
know that
two-legged
shit.
animals. That's it.
Or like
come visit.
Or like Africa, when they show Africa on TV, they show, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers living in the
huts
and
That
shit.
Like,
Like,
man,
man, I was locked up somebody from Africa,
They
bro.
got real cities, bro. They ain't living like that. That's the shit they want you to see.
I was locked up with my partner from Africa, bro. Nigga Giuseppe down, all type of shit, bro. Rollie on, all type of shit in the city, bro.
Game tight.
Man, all type of shit, bro. Like, for real.
That nigga ain't wrestled a lion once in his life.
Nigga never seen one. You feel me? Nigga.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
What's your guys' favorite song on your project?
Killed.
I like that Killed.
Killed just grew on me because everybody else like it.
I like that.
Reasons is my favorite one, but Killed just grew on me.
And I like that Misconception.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that Misconception.
Yeah. I like how you just put the whole thing together and the balance between your hooks, his hooks, and the verses. It flows. Like I'm not gonna pop that thing in and go to a certain song. I'm just gonna pop it in and let it ride. Let it ride. You just gotta do this thing. It's not very long. I listened to it twice just on the way to work. Yeah. Back to back.
22 minutes.
Yep.
That's all it takes to listen to the front to the end. 22 minutes.
So when you got, because you guys was out when everybody was doing that whole Fairview, Mountain View thing and all that shit and all that. Did that ever really,
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. Did that ever really, like, manifest itself, or was it just, young niggas being young niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we from over here, y'all from over there, and that's what it is. Or was it really was it really deeper than what somebody on the outside looking in would see?
And first, man, shout out to my Price Street niggas, man. You feel me?
Man.
That's what we fuck with. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Price Street niggas, man.
Facts.
But you know, I mean, thinking about it though, for real, that shit just kind of was like passed down from generations and generations of that shit of Mountain View and Fairview just really having like fuck each other. But it really wasn't always like that though. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers will be with they selves. Be like, man, fuck them niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of times you fucked with a lot of niggas from over there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because both of them, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like we all kind of grew up together, but then it just kind of split apart a little bit. But that was from motherfuckers just kind of making it like that.
That was all, just niggas being niggas.
Yeah, niggas being niggas. You know how
And
that
then
shit
you know
go,
some
man.
niggas really not in the mix like that. The motherfuckers that really want that shit to be going like that, really they're not in the mix. Or you not in the game, like you on the bench for real. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't a big player. You want to see this shit go on like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't no big player. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't no big player. You in the way for real.
Y'all some 8-ball niggas.
Man, come on, man. You ain't no
Yeah, that's what
player.
it be though. It be the mother niggas, man. It be for real. It be a lot of the broke niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't got nothing else to do
Just
but be on some bullshit.
on both sides. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. You know what I'm saying? Instigate like you man, come on, bro. You ain't on nothing. Come on, man. Niggas trying to get some money, bro. Nigga, you ain't on nothing.
Oh, hell no.
Zaya, is that your real brother?
Zaya, yeah, that's my same mom, same dad.
I got this playlist of my favorite top 200 Alaska hip hop hits, and his song "Certified" will be in there forever. I fucking love it. And with that being said, there was a time, since you're here, I got to say this. In 2014, I was going to do the AK After Dark interview, and I was walking through this building, and I don't know if it was you and him, but you guys had the T-shirt store, and the business license was up on the wall, and I saw it, and I'm like, what the? So then I ended up running into Zaya maybe a week later at Coots. Yeah. And I was pretty wild back then. And I walked right up to him and said, hey, man, what's up with that? And he goes, hey, bro, now's not the time or the place for that. And I said, all right. And I left. And then shortly after that, you boys were all in a newspaper. Yeah. And I was like, I respect him. My respect for him shot through the roof for him being so young and having a mature mindset. And knowing that, because it could have been all bad for me that day. You know what I'm saying? It could have been all bad for me. It really wasn't the time or the place for that. And if he was young-minded, it could have ended badly for me. So when you talk to him, tell him I said, what's up? Keep his head up.
Free Z, man.
Free Z, man.
Sure.
And I have a lot of respect for that,
Free
man.
Thugger, too, man. Free money.
Free
all them boys. Free Fairview.
You know what I'm saying?
Free Fairview.
Free Fairview. Fairview about to come back and take the city over.
Yeah.
Now that you boys are home, and I don't know your relationship with Tree. Do you guys know Treasy well too?
That's my little cousin.
Yeah, that's
Really?
That's family.
Yeah, that's my little cousin.
You guys get together and Alaska will just. Be
I got some unreleased shit with Treasy that I just ain't dropped yet. Me and Treasy got some shit we gonna drop. I got some.
I like them boys.
Drop.
I like them boys. As long as they pay homage to the ones that came before them.
Treasy, that's one thing about Treasy. Like Huna, you know what I'm saying? Like it took me and Huna, you know what I'm saying, a little second to get to where we was at. You know what I'm saying? Because he threw me off with that little.
No, I don't know.
Little verse situation, but he came across. But Treasy, like I've grown up with Treasy. You know what I'm saying? Like my babies is his cousin.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Like I've watched Treasy grow up. You know what I mean? So
he's got a good sound too.
Yeah.
Nobody else sound like him. I like.
Shout out to Treasy. He just dropped that album. In God's Eyes.
For sure. That shit go too.
Other than yourself, who are your 5 favorite Alaska rappers?
Duck. I'm gonna go with Treasy. I gotta put Maldumani in there.
Got to.
That's mandatory. Gotta put Sko in there. I mean,
the bullshit aside.
the bullshit aside. As a musician,
Yeah,
like he was one of the ones. Like he was like I'm just going off of the wave of who had the city when they was doing it. Who had the city? I'm gonna say that. Who had the city when they're doing it? I'm gonna say Sko had it.
Absolutely.
Sko had it. Treasy had it. Duck has it now. Maldumani had it. And I'm gonna go with Huna. I could say Huna. I could say one for sure.
Do you got 5?
I mean, that's like right now. That's all you really kind of got.
Okay.
How many rappers is out here that
There's
you really
not
could
really
put
not
up there? You
5
know what I mean?
is a
Just
big
be
number. I should've
honest,
went with
like
3.
it's
But
just
you're
hard.
right about Esco. Me and him have had some problems in the past too, but I cannot neglect his contribution to the culture, regardless of the things that me and him have dealt with personally. He was just too hot at one point.
Man, you know that
He had the city in his hand.
he just did some shit he shouldn't have did. You feel me? But as far as the music wise, you can't really take that from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
like
know
as
what I mean?
far as
Like,
it going, like the wave, who had the wave?
He was
Yeah.
hard when he was out here doing it. You know what I mean? And
You could for real throw that whole ODC movement in there with
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? You could throw the whole ODC because shit, they was the talk of the town for real.
Yeah, and that boy's quick in the studio too. He can come up with some shit, and he can write all kinds of music.
for sure,
All kinds of music.
But right now, Duck got this shit on lock.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time for whoever's up next to catch up to Doug.
I think it's gonna be easier than the route he had to take
Yeah,
because he's shedding the light on it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a
and
little
he's willing to
easier.
share the
Yeah,
information.
He did the footwork.
He did all the work already, so now it's kind of like all you gotta do is follow the blueprint, and it's there.
You said recently that he was dropping jewels on you and didn't even know it.
Yeah, we at his little before he dropped the tape, he had the little documentary.
Yeah, I saw you on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we was just chopping it up because me and Duck, we like family. You know what I'm saying? His older sisters is my blood relatives. So he was just talking. You know what I'm saying? We just sitting up chopping it up about shit about the music. And when he talking, I'm just like, okay.
You soaking it up.
Yeah, so now I'm hitting the Byrd. I'm like, man, we got to do this when we drop this shit.
Because
We got to do.
talk a lot.
We got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So,
don't talk
So when,
Feel
so when he talks, you gotta listen.
you feel what I'm saying? So,
Smart man.
and that's what we got in the plans right now. For what he said, that's in the plans right now. What me and Byrd got going on. Right now.
Good.
I don't think anybody else has ever. I think there's been other people who have been up there like that, but nobody else has ever been like, okay, hey y'all, this how you do it. If you want to do it, this how you gonna go about it.
Ain't
This
nobody
how
really
that-
did that.
Yeah, nope. It's always been them and what they trying to make, or et cetera, et cetera. But that nigga, he seemed like he pretty much about whoever trying to. If this what you want to do, I'll tell you how to do it. If it's what
You got to
wanna
think
do.
about it. Look how Chief Keef did to Chicago. Nigga, look how motherfucking Pop Smoke with New York with the drill music. Like, motherfuckers is like, you got what I'm saying? Like, shit, you ain't the hardest nigga in your city. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So you put that light in your city. Drake did to Canada. You gotta shine that. You gonna get more respect when you shine that light on your city. And it's like, nigga, you always gonna be remembered as the person that opened that door. You open that door and allow every people to come behind you, bro, and shine. You always gonna be the person that did that, bro. You always gonna get respect, bro. Always.
Is there any other local artists that you haven't worked with that you would like to? That you haven't reached out to yet?
It all depends on, man. The shit I've been getting in my inbox ain't flying.
Yeah, I saw you post about that. Yeah, I saw you post that shit.
Inbox, that shit ain't
that shit
flying.
trash. Keep it.
That shit ain't flying. A lot of shit I've been getting in my inbox
I've
ain't
been
flying.
posting- I ain't gonna lie, man. We've been bullshitting, but you know what I mean. Nigga posted Ben got on some shit with Cool and Splash. You feel me? So you know my homies. You feel me? I fuck with them. So I was supposed to be. We gonna get some shit together though. You know what I'm saying with both of them. So yeah, but
I just don't want to do shit with anybody, but that's like, man, if you's gonna, I'm giving you a ish version. I'm not saying that my verse is just the best verses, but shit, to me they is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you just gonna sit on this motherfucker, man, I could take this in somewhere else and really go push this shit, bro. Like, if you ain't really serious about your craft, like how I'm serious about my craft, like what you trying to do with this shit? Like, you want to do a video to this shit? Like, let's
put
get this
some
shit
motion
going. Like,
behind
let's
it.
get some motion behind this shit. But if you just want to just put it over here, okay, we just gonna do this and put it on SoundCloud, like put it on, even if we just gonna put it on iTunes. All right, my nigga, like that's not enough. Like, what we gonna do with this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Be something.
Let's make a movie out of this little
put it down and
2.5,
push it.
3 minutes that we got.
And push it.
Yeah, let's do this shit if we gonna do it.
Yeah, I ain't doing this for nothing.
Yeah.
You got anything else before we wrap this one up? And we're gonna come back and do these Random questions?
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
People like these random questions. I'll tell
Random
you.
questions like a motherfucker.
Some random
This,
shit.
this podcast was sponsored by Magic Media. That's at the Glamour Bard on Instagram and TikTok. You got any closeouts on this? Shout outs.
Get in the comments, man. Say something. Speak your mind. We don't know what you're doing unless you say something. Man, let it be known.
All right, we'll be back.
Yo.
Don't make me walk this chopper. Big whip, you know we riding. No place for you to hide and drop location and we sliding. Don't make me walk this chopper. Don't IG flex, we cool and pull a hop out with them shorts.